there's a serious point to all this, which is, of course, as Ash says, there isn't a rape culture in the West. There certainly isn't one, on the most privileged white educational spaces. These are liberal-run colleges, which are apparently hotbeds of racism, sexism, and transphobia, all the rest of it. But there is one in the Middle East. There is a problem with Islamic culture, and it's the reason that I wrote a column, something along the lines of "I'm a gay man and mass Muslim immigration terrifies me." I'm not just worried about ISIS. I'm not just worried about Islamic radicals. I'm worried about Muslims. Now, that's a very controversial thing to say, and it's the sort of thing that you wouldn't really be able to get away with on network television. But I'll tell you why. I've lost count of the number of countries. Is it 11, 12 or 13 Muslim countries where I could be killed just for being who I am? We're not talking about ISIS, beheading gay people. We're talking about Iran hanging them off cranes, or gay people who get killed, or whatever else. In mainstream Muslim society, look at the surveys that are done. 0% of Muslims reporting in the UK that they find homosexuality an acceptable lifestyle choice. Those sorts of statistics are unprecedented. The level of bigotry and the attitudes towards women and homosexuals and anything that isn't a man among these cultures is remarkable. And why Europe wanted to import all of these people in defiance of the obvious fact that women and other minorities were going to suffer, I can't work it out. I don't have too much. I don't worry too much about the gays because we tend to always land on our feet, but it's women that I'm worried about, really. And I don't want other countries to turn into these places either. And it astonishes me. I'm so shocked and so horrified and so just confused about progressive feminist activists who have spent their life being the sort of cowardly bullies they are, picking on easy, weak targets like gamers and college students, and yet faced with a genuine example of rape culture, faced with something where they could actually help to protect women, where they could stand up and speak out. The number of feminists who do are a tiny, noble minority, rather than the angry majority who, if their voices were raised in unison, could actually do something. It horrifies me, and I think it underscores the extent to which modern intersectional third wave feminism has become a sort of rich white girls' female chauvinism.
Right.
Christina Half Summers likes to call it female chauvinism.